cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5. With nuggets, fries,
okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Cooper, and it's Davis at the four-man position. Impressive fadeaway right there.
Well, AD has the green light. Trust me, in this offensive system, he can shoot the ball whenever he wants.
Here's Westbrook. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Donaldson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Payton left side. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Our liners take teeth like these and transform them into those. Very sweetly take this.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Here's Chenier. Three-pointer on the way. And Davis can't get it to go.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're playing slightly out-rebounded.
To the paint. Here is Sikma. Payton in the corner. Back at 6. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
Sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Here's Chenier. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Hingler. Off the left rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their emphasis isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Here's Chenier. He's covered by Westbrook. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Anthony Davis.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And it's Westbrook with the ball that brings it up for Seattle. They've led by as much as 10. Unloads from 13. And the basket good. A nice shot that time. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Poke loose. Westbrook with the steal.
Talk about Westbrook all year long. We was never in that conversation. But tonight, let's go down.
He kicks it to Ellis. Pass to Sikma. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 4 assists in the game.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Somebody that blocked the guy that was supposed to block, so it didn't work. Also, it was a bad call. I just have a feeling.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear New Orleans' coach going over their plan during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. We're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Evan?
Thank you, David. And it's Cooper missing. It's stolen. Banked in off the glass.
A huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Westbrook kicks to Ellis. The pass to Sigma. He feeds it to Westbrook. A baseline J. And another basket for Seattle.
Westbrook, you hear this. He gets locked in early in games like this. It could be a monster performance.
Outside, Davis. Passes it to Cooper. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Ellis. Payton, that's good. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded the corner here and did fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Stolen by Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
They're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Cooper. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Chenier. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Jordan's checked in for Payton.
And you have the best athletes on your side. You're the intimidator. Why panic? You're also a great football mind and a disciplinarian. All of a sudden, you match up with guys, and it's like, oh my God, they got athletes just like you got athletes.
Davis against Hayward.
Yeah, panic. I agree. It did look
Davis, the pass to Cooper. Floats it up for Davis. Shot clock at 5. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Ellis. Westbrook. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Westbrook's got 17 now, just in the second half.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Davis throws it down.
And you can see the lower body strength from AD right there, able to take contact, get fouled, and still get the shot to go.
The idea is the type of team that does that is the team with less talent. You want a lower scoring game. You want a ball possession type game. Nick Saban is not used in recent years to being in that position.
But what he is used to is being able to run the football. Yeah. And it wasn't like they couldn't run the football last night. They got away from running the football.
Well, they got away.
Let me say this.
And that one falls for Davis.
I just wonder for teams that are playing against Anthony Davis, 48 minutes of that kind of length out on the floor, he just becomes an imposing player defensively.
Outside for George. Outside Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Here's Hayward. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Group on the sidelines at every level and every player, they got their butt whipped. So Saban's not solely responsible for what happened. They just got beat in every aspect. And when I said he took 95% of the responsibility, what I'm talking about there is on that fourth call, he mentioned that somebody didn't make their block. Looked to me like there's about 3 or 4 guys that missed their block. So it was Saban for making the call.
Every game Hayward plays, I wish good luck to whoever has the job of keeping him off the board, because it's literally impossible. He is a driven player on the backboard.
Cooper kicks to Jackson.
But he wasn't rattled, and I expect that about Tua, by the way. He came back and threw 2 more punches, but the challenge
It's Davis on the whip. 6 on the shot clock.
Later, the champion was out there throwing haymakers against
Smith against Hayward. And the Hornets miss again.
Huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
The Hornets trail by 16.
We all thought we were living through the Mike Tyson era. And it wasn't
Here's Jackson. Westbrook with the block.
There's no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league. On full display there.
Hayward against Cooper.
But why did Mike do that? Because you can ask Mike why he did that today. He'll tell you. The point is that when we re-examine the evidence, all of a sudden, since the college football playoff,
Pass to Jackson.
in this era,
Just 5 on the clock. Another shot. Watch again. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
At this moment next season, we may be saying, oh, wait a minute. We were actually living through the Crimson era.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit.
That is a huge kind of perception-altering game last night.
Ellis against Cooper. A shot by George, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for New Orleans. 19-point game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Peyton, he's checked in for Seattle. And the Hornets making a change here.
I came out more impressed with him. More. I love the way he responded. Yes, I love the way he responded to adversity. I love the way he responded after that first pick.
Stolen by Hayward. And here we go. That's where Peyton's got it. Feeds it to Hayward. And an incredible jam.
He pulls off the Houdini to pick that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop for the pass to Donaldson. And it's good for 2.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Now, here is George. Peyton outside. It's Ellis on the wing. He's guarded by Cooper. Shot clock at 6. Peyton against Jackson. Peyton can't get it to go.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Don't have the money.
At this point, just a second. He's headed to the bench one way or the other.
And Seattle making a change here. Kemp's checked in.
Because it's about beating Alabama, right? And he knew that he did. So nobody's knocking it. It's just that the guy's a freshman, and what we didn't expect to see, we saw that. It's not about a win. Well, we didn't know. We didn't know that Trent. Listen, I agree with you about you.
And the first one at the line is good.
Not right. Is he going to be great? Is he going to be great at the next level? He's got that it thing for sure. Like you can see it on him. Plus, he's a very accurate passer. You just feel like the front of his chin, right? Me too. Everyone does.
He hits both from the strike.
He had the size and the arm and the accuracy.
Seattle leading by 17.
If he had it.
Peyton kicks to Ellis. And it's Ellis finishing it off.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Time call here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Will go ahead of Dwayne Haskins or any other quarterback at the age of 19. But he can't. So he'll be the first overall pick in 2021. And Tua, instead, I suspect, will be the first overall pick in 2020. And what I'm telling you is coming out of that game last night, not only do I have zero hesitations, not only did it make me in no way fearful that Tua is going to turn out to be an amazing quarterback to build your franchise around the NFL, but it also made me believe even more in him. To see him deal with adversity. And as Nick Saban talked about after the game, you have to learn how to lose. That's part of becoming a champion, actually. Resilience, failure, that's part of it. Seeing Tua last night, if I were an NFL team, or for that matter, if I were Alabama competing for a national championship next year, I would have zero doubts about Tua Tagovailoa being my quarterback. Zero.
The only issue that I have with what Will is saying, and I know we got to go, the only issue I have with what Will is saying is that he's like, it's a dangerous game to be
playing, you know, when you're looking ahead. Well, you might have a point if you're talking about the players. But in terms of
chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a assassin tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Well, with the conference finals within reach, he was not going to let it slip away.
That was like player-friendly. Boy, it would make it tougher to develop. Can I have one last small point, Molly? Stephen A., I think you're right. It's no longer Alabama and everybody else. But I'm not sure it's Clemson and Alabama and everybody else. I'll just tell you this. Georgia's coming, and Texas isn't far behind.
I agree with you. I'm not sure about Texas.
All right, and
Georgia,
I will end it like this. Will, you said Nick Saban panicked, and I'm just wondering if that word's on your mind because the Cowboys up to their games. I will. See you on the road.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
Don't go anywhere because you're about to find out why John Gruden is doing a lot more than just coaching the Raiders.
Jackson hits both of them.
Tomorrow on First Take, how would a loss to the
Here's
Patriots
Peyton.
on Sunday impact Philip Rivers' legacy? And can Dak Prescott and the Cowboys make another statement this weekend in LA?
And they double up Peyton.
This finally be the year for Andy
Dish is to Ellis.
past struggles in the postseason. See you tomorrow, Wednesday morning.
This is it to George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kemp. And all won that time before dropping in. And the Sonics lead by 19. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now, here is Smith. And George gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Your friends invite you out, and you always be seen. That's easy. They invite someone else, like me. Do you really want something done down, hanging out with your friends? Taking selfies, bonding over chips, excellent. Becoming BFFs forever. I find myself here.
First free throw is good.
And you just got that done. Don't get that done. Get together on it. Make us feelings.
Both free throws good from Smith. Here's Peyton. Loose. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Back to George. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. In the corner, Smith with it. Hands it from downtown. Smith's got 9 points here in the second half.
And how about the anticipation and imagination there from Unseld? Sees the play developing and delivers the pass on time and on target.
Now here's Peyton. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. And New Orleans picking it up now. And the basket by Unseld.
And all of a sudden, things only coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up enough.
A finish. Oh!
And guys, I'm starting to be concerned that the rim ain't going to survive some of these Unseld jams. There's just so much power to his game.
Now here's Peyton. Ellis outside. Kicks it to Peyton. 5 on the clock. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Here's Sigma. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
George against Smith. Outside Jackson. It's tipped. With a floater, and the layup is up and in. Jackson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
Well, you'd like to have a rewind button and get a couple plays back, but impossible at this point. Need better execution at times.
So they've done it. They're going to move on. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't big in the postseason?
Great point. I really just love the composure in which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Zion and Duke's first two road game of the season. Plus, restage this conversation with Dabo Sweet, and he's got to be flying high right now. And the unique voices of Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes. That's SportsCenter gets easier after this hour. How it is NBA Wednesday is another star-studded doubleheader. Giannis and the Bucks are in Houston to take on James Harden and the Rockets at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then the Pistons are at Staples to battle the Lake Show. John Gruden has final say on all personnel moves. This is according to new Raiders GM Mike Mayock. While speaking with ESPN's Steve Levy, Mayock said he has zero problem with that, even though there may be a little yelling and fighting over what players they believe in. Ryan Clark back here with us. Good to see you. Max, what does this say about Gruden?
It says more about Mark Davis, I think. Look, you're John Gruden. Here's $100 million. Now, when you pay a coach, you don't have
Let's
to
get matching haircuts.
You don't have to put right, exactly.
Nobody wants that haircut.
Little single white female thing going on there, right? Remember that movie?
Great movie.
I want my face real short and straight across.
That's the only time I ever saw a man get stabbed in the eye with a shoe.
Oh, that's disgusting. But listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the $100 million. Now, when you pay a coach, you don't have to put any money in escrow like you do for players. Right. Notice all the expensive players. Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper. I bet you they've moved Derek Carr if they could find a taker. And that's, there have been rumors about the financial shape of the franchise and whether there's money to put in escrow for those players. And they're kind of biding their time till they get to Vegas, and then the financial situation changes. That's why teams move from city to city, because they're looking for greener pastures. For the $100 million, John Gruden, this team is all about you. So Mark Davis has found his man that would feel comfortable with that has confidence in himself, that is a media star, and it is crystal clear who deserves all the credit and all the blame for anything that happens to the Raiders, thereby taking Davis off the hook and putting it on Gruden, who seems to be happy to be that guy. That's what all of this is about to me.
Okay. I don't disagree with any of your points. They're valid. I have something else on my mind. And I want to preface my comments by saying this is not comments for First Take. It's not responsible, ESPN, whatever the case may be. So get my name right. Stephen A. with a PH, not a B.
Molly Karam.
Molly Karam.
Thank you.
Let me say this. Let me say this in all seriousness. Max Kellerman, Ryan Clark, Molly, I'd like to consider leaving ESPN. Now, I work very, very hard. And I've decided that, you know what? I'd like to be the president of basketball operations for the Knicks. Steve Mills, could you just move upstairs and take over Madison Square Garden?
You're the right page job for that.
I would like Magic Johnson. Could you just go to the business side? Can I become president?
Just don't draft Okafor.
There we go. Can I become president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers? Because evidently credentials are not required. Excuse me, I'm in the media, and all of a sudden I get to be an NFL GM? That's where my mind is. Now, I want to preface my comments by stating Mike Mayock, I don't know him from a can of paint. I just know his work on television, which is exceptional. Right. I know that he knows what he's talking about with the NFL. I know he's well connected with the draft. I get all of that. But whether it's him or John Lynch, who I think is doing a good job in San Francisco, it's not about all of that. It's about the process. And I ain't talking about the one in Philadelphia. I'm talking about the one in the real world here. The process has been bypassed. This is nepotism at its height. And it's disgusting. The fact of the matter is that Mayock and Lynch had no business being GMs with all of those folks that were black, white, Hispanic, and beyond. An abundance of people working in NFL toiling through that terrain, going through what they went through, starving for the opportunity. I'm going to hire a guy that's working on television because he's my buddy. All right, and I'm going to put him in as the general manager of the Oakland Raiders, who have been nothing short of a moribund franchise for the better part of the last decade and a half. It rakes my nerves to the core. It is something that speaks to an opportunity that wouldn't be accorded to a lot of people in a lot of communities. And the fact that Mike Mayock is the general manager for the Oakland Raiders tells me all I need to know about how far we need to go forward. Because again, he has never worked in an NFL office. He was doing, Max, what I'm doing on television.
I want to say one thing. I want to say college.
So did I.
Played with the Giants for a year.
By the way, if you don't mind me saying, he was there. If you don't mind, since you brought that up, just my last one, and I'll shut up. I was coached by a living legend in Clarence Big House games. His mentor, John McClendon, helped integrate the sport of basketball and used to mentor me. John Chaney was the first coach that I covered as a reporter, and after that, Larry Brown. Look at those credentials. Excuse me, I'm not literally being serious in terms of me wanting to being the president of basketball. I'm simply saying when we talk about credentials,
hold on.
they don't have it.
I'm going to throw it to you right now, Ryan Clark, and I just want to mention this. Chick Hearn was, for a time, the Lakers' assistant GM. Right. And it was during a golden era of Lakers basketball. It's not that it's impossible to work out. Like, those things happen.
Well, so the big thing here's what Mike Mayock's going to do. Mike Mayock's going to put together a book, right? He's going to scout these players. He's going to hand it to John Gruden, and he's going to get out the way. That's why he says he's okay with being a guy that is only going to present certain things, and John Gruden is going to have the final say. Because when you give a guy $100 million, and we talked about it on this show with the other moves, it's John Gruden's way or no way. John Gruden's making all of the decisions, and that's what this hire says to me more than anything.
Just don't get the haircut, Mike. What a difference a year makes. Tua goes from title game stud to dud. Should Bama be worried about their All-American quarterback? More First Take coming up next.
Safe Flight Auto Glass, we know that when you're spending time with the grandkids, every minute counts. And you don't have time for a cracked windshield. That's why we show you exactly when we'll be there, saving you time so you can keep saving the world.
Great news. Liberty Mutual customized.
I deliver the news around here. Sources say Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Over to you, Logo.
Liberty, 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 liberty. To the good that you live, healthy hearts, feeling good, the good goes round and around.
You try new Fiber One with real strawberries and vanilla clusters.
This weekend, you could have conquered that mountain of laundry. But instead, you're conquering this. Getting out of your comfort zone. It's possible in the all-wheel drive Quater, part of the Hyundai SUV family.
I can deduct this, right?
Excuse me, you stuck?
No, I'm not stuck.
Let's say you were. H&R Block Online has experts standing by.
So I can chat with them?
Yeah, but you're not stuck.
But if I was?
They can even see your screen to help you.
This screen?
Mm-hmm. They can even review your entire online return.
Wow, that's amazing.
High five. I don't think that's gonna work. Expert help when you need it with H&R Block Online. In person or online, Block has your back.
Today, back pain can't win. Thankfully, there's Aleve Back and Muscle Pain. Aleve targets tough pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill. Aleve Back and Muscle, all day strong, all day long.
Get 60% off your second guest and start wandering now. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
That's eating good to the neighborhood.
The new iPhone XS now runs on Straight Talk.
for up to 30% less than the big carriers.
I just wonder
so you can bring out the best. Get the iPhone XS on America's largest and most dependable networks. Straight talk wireless only at Walmart.
At Booking.com, we can't guarantee you'll find gold in them there hills on your vacation. But we can guarantee the best price on this rental cabin or any accommodation. From hotel to your Booking.com. Booking.eu.
Safe White Auto Glass, we know that when you're spending time with the grandkids, every minute counts. And you